Dear mental health, dear someone who just lost someone, dear person looking for hope. When writing this letter, I didn't know who to address it to. Is it to suicide, to depression, to grief, to guilt, to anger, to happiness, or to my sister? I feel like they all fell under one topic, mental health. I didn't know much about mental health at all until 2018. To be honest, I was still on be a man, tough it out method at that time. Then all of a sudden, my life changed. I lost my big sister Ella to suicide in January 2018. This completely flipped my family's world upside down. We were drowned in depression, shock from the sadness, and just angry at the world. We didn't know what to do. We felt stuck. No one talked about it, and that made it even harder. Yes, they talked about my sister dying, but no one addressed the suicide part. It was like this taboo thing that you couldn't talk about. People didn't know what to say. They said more hurtful things than helpful things if they did speak, to be honest. But this is all when I understood and I felt the stigma against suicide and mental health. The stigma made me feel so alone. It made me feel hopeless, weak, like no one understood my pain. It made me feel clouded by a dark storm that was never going to stop raining. I tried to stay strong for my parents because that was the advice I was given. I suppressed my sadness, anger, and depression and told everyone that I was good. I resorted to my old knowledge about how to deal with hard times. I numbed out the pain by pushing through and ignoring my feelings. I thought this was being strong. I thought I was being a man, as they say. The more I did this, each day got darker. I knew I needed help, I knew I needed to talk, but I felt paralyzed. I found myself feeling like I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't want to deal with the pain. I was tired of feeling alone. I wanted it to end. But it didn't. I stayed and finally felt like I was given the permission to get help from my boss in the moment when he saw me suffering. I started therapy. It truly saved me. I learned how to talk about my feelings. I learned how to cope with my feelings. I learned how to honor my anger, depression, happiness, and sadness, the whole range of my emotions. I learned that it's okay not to be okay. I learned how to live again. I started to speak. I spoke about my sister's story to the world. I shared her pain and her struggle, but I also shared her light and love. Her love lives on in me, which helped me to begin to share my own story. I wanted to attack the stigma I was newly facing about mental health through my own journey. I saw how unevolved we are as a society in taking care of people with mental health challenges. I saw how much people are suffering. I saw how we are functioning in an archaic mindset of push through or be tough. Mental health, depression, anxiety are just feelings you can get over. Be a man. We've taught each other not to be a burden to happiness with anything else. We viewed therapy as something is wrong with you treatment. We've confused being strong with being silent and acting like we're not struggling with something. All of this couldn't be more wrong. There is nothing tough about being silent or acting okay when you're not. The words, I'm not okay, or I need help, take much more strength than I'm good. Mental health challenges like depression and anxiety are not just feelings you can get over. They're your brain's way of managing chemical imbalances. Suffering in silence can't be helped by ignoring it and pretending it's not happening. It takes courage to recognize you're not okay. It takes courage to tell someone you need help. Enough with be a man. Being a man means to be a good human being. You can be a man and cry, show affection, be emotional, be sensitive, and take care of your mental health. You can be a man and not be okay. Trust me, I do it every day. To say it's okay not to be okay means you're human with a huge range of human experiences. It doesn't mean you're broken and you can't be fixed. It means things are hard, but things can get better. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be depressed, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to be anxious. These are all feelings of the human experience and it's okay to feel them. It doesn't mean that you're forever feeling those feelings. Those feelings will come and go. It's so important to honor your feelings and emotions. You're feeling them for a reason. I believe to feel true happiness, you have to feel true sadness. Sadness is not a bad emotion. It's one that's important to feel. Once you honor your emotions, you can learn to be sad, angry, or anxious and still have a good day. Do not let this social media driven world lie to you. This life is not only about the good and happy. It's about the ups and downs. It's about the sad times and the hard times. Those are the times that make life beautiful. It's okay to need help. It's okay to ask for it. We aren't meant to do this life alone. We are meant to be connected to each other and support each other through the hard times and bad, through the ups and downs of it all. I want to challenge all of us to erase the stigma. I want to challenge men to cry, to go to therapy, to encourage our friends, teammates, and sons to honor their feelings and emotions. We need to recognize therapy as a positive preventative treatment to learn how to deal with the up and down emotions of life. To approach mental health as part of the whole well-being, to take care of our mental health like we do our physical. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be therapy. It can be simple as journaling, mindfulness work, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, practicing breathing, or getting some sun. If you tore your ACL, you would do all the rehab to make it strong, so don't treat your brain any different. And if it's not you struggling, but it's someone you know, check on your friends, teammates, children, parents, siblings, that random person you saw who looked like they were feeling down. Ask them how they are doing and mean it. When they speak, just listen. Let them know you are a safe place and here for them. It's okay not to know what to say. Just being there and listening is so important for someone who is hurting. And if they're in a mental health or suicidal crisis, it's okay to ask for a professional for help. The new 988 Suicide Prevention Hotline can save lives and is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to a person in crisis or a person who is worried about someone in crisis. Help is always available. Someone is always here for you and your loved ones. So to anyone struggling out there, to anyone who feels alone in their fight with mental health, I want you to know that I am hopeful. I want you to know that it's okay not to be okay. I want you to know that you are not alone in this fight. Whatever you're going through is not forever. It will get better. I promise there's a light inside of the dark storm that you're going through. You're needed, you're loved, and this world is better with you here. I want you to know that it's okay to get help, that help is a sign of strength and courage. You will get through these moments. You got this. I know this because I did. I'm a testament of hope. Sincerely, Solomon Thomas.